Hey everybody, my name is Pete and I'm an Overage Syndicate student. And I wanted to jump on here for two reasons. First, just to thank Nick for the opportunity and showing me the ropes of being able to, get these surplus funds. And then two, I just wanted to give you a few tips if you're on the fence or, kind of if you're going through this program now. And for those of you who are, trying to figure out the legitimacy of, these funds and if this is an actual real opportunity, I'm just going to tell you right now, yes, it's a real opportunity. The first deal that I did with Nick, it took me 3 months to actually get that deal. And it was a mortgage overage. And that's what he talks about a lot. And we were able to do that deal and partner on that deal together. And we actually have another one that we're working on right now. So yes, this is totally real. The second thing that I want to press upon you is to really just focus on the mortgage overage aspect of things. When I first started this, my first deal was a mortgage overage. And then I started to get a little bit sidetracked and I went to tax sales and then I went to bankruptcy overages and everything else like that. And I really should have just kind of stuck there and just focused in on that because there's so many more mortgage overages. It's just that there's a little bit more due diligence that needs to be done kind of on that front end, so you don't burn yourself on the back end. So just make sure you just understand that mortgages overages is where it's at, and that's what you want to focus on. The next thing is, like, a lot of people always asking me about like cost and stuff like that. There's not that much cost when it comes to acquiring a deal. There's just not. You might put $300 to $500 into getting a deal, and those different costs are kind of the tools and systems that you need to make your business run, phone, email, stuff like that. But then, you have your whatever marketing method that you decide to use, whether it's mail or you decide to, use like text message marketing or, email marketing or whatever. And then, you have your skip tracing software, and we have, several free skip tracing softwares, but the better quality, the more you pay, so you have to kind of figure out what you want to do there. And then the lawyer, you don't have to really worry about a lawyer because you can partner with Nick. You don't got to do it from the beginning. You can, hey, you got a deal? Okay, it's time to go ahead and work with Nick. You know what I mean? As far as partnering is concerned. So, and then the last thing I want to say is that even though this business is quite simple, it's not easy because there's lots of hours, that it seems like, just trying to reach out to these customers and everything else like that. And you're going to be reaching friends, family members, dead or numbers that don't work and everything else like that. And kind of, it's just like you that's just doing the work, so it's that can be some of the, more, difficult things. And it's not very sexy, what I'm saying? The big checks are, but that actual work and putting in the work is not. But listen, I hope that you're able to get something from this video. I have faith in surplus funds. They're going to be around for a very long time, especially right now. It's with what's about to happen, and it's a win-win, a win for you, and also a win for your customers. So take it for what it's worth. Thanks for listening. All right, take care.
All right, guys. I don't want to talk too much, but hopefully you found some value in that. Again, that's Pete. We've done some deals together, and very successful student of mine. And hopefully you took away some good tips. You're probably wondering, well, why did he say mortgage overages, focus on the mortgage overages? And the bottom line is there's less competition because there's a little more work, like he said, a little more research on the front end, so less people do it, and less people know about it as well. So a little more work equals less competition. Bottom line, the easier something is, the more people are going to do it. And tax sale overages are a little easier to get into, which means there's a little more competition on the tow side versus the mow side. That's why Pete says focus on mows. But you can do both. Like, obviously I do both. Lots of people do both. But if you're not afraid of a little extra work, mows are excellent. So I liked how he talked about costs. There are going to be some costs, like in any business, marketing, skip tracing. I teach you some free methods of finding people. And so you don't necessarily have to go out and invest in an expensive skip trace software program. Those programs will range, if the paid ones, if you're going to get the paid ones, I wanted to touch on this, they can range anywhere from 20 to $100 a month. Okay. So be aware of that, but there are some free programs, but like Pete said, when you pay for data, you get better data. Okay. And then there's marketing costs. If you send letters, that's obviously going to add up if you send out a bunch of letters, or you can choose not to send letters and you can eliminate that expense. And then there's always going to be legal costs if you use an attorney, unless of course you partner with me, then you essentially eliminate that expense in your business because I handle that when I partner with my students. So I want to thank Pete for taking the time to make that video, and also wanted to give him a shout out. Pete also has another business so he's busy. He's also a new dad, and so busy guy, but very successful. He's had success in surplus funds. And then I actually, as I've gotten to know Pete, I wanted to put this out there as well. He runs a very interesting and unique side hustle that when I learned about it, I was like, wow, that is really cool. Really, like, I'd never really heard of it. I had heard mention of it, but I don't think a lot of people do it. And it's basically flipping medical commodities. And if you don't know what that is, check out his videos. He's got some videos where he teaches you how to do it. I think it's called Medical Commodities Automated. I'll put that in the comment below. So, and I was actually really shocked that his little business that he does, flipping medical commodities, is really cool because it's kind of like you can get some pretty quick cash pretty fast. And we're not talking huge amounts, we're talking a few $100s here and there, maybe 1,000. But if you need a few $100 really quick, maybe check out Pete's YouTube channel as well. Very interesting, and he's super successful at it, and he's an expert in it. So just look up medical commodities automated, or just type in his name, which is Pete, middle initial G, G as in golf, and then his last name is Drake. So Pete G Drake. Just type that in YouTube, you'll find it. So, all right, thanks Pete for making that. Hope you guys learned something, and we'll see you in the next one.